So, you came back again. At least you are persistent, even if mostly clueless. I am mildly pleased, though do not get comfortable. Every step forward is still painfully small. Today, we take the next decisive step in conquering Hungarian. The foundations of nincs and nincsenek. They are the strange negation of van and vannak. We will meet the other conjugated forms of the verb to be and the mysterious world of word order with focus. These are not optional. These are essential. Disregard them and you will be lost in confusion. You will also encounter a few subtle grammatical details that, if overlooked, will keep you forever lost in the shadows of the language. My new program is coming, The Compass to Growth. My rules, your freedom. This is not fluff. This is a system to fix broken areas of your life, to install new habits, to erase old destructive ones, and launch major projects you cannot start alone. If you are burned out, stuck, or spinning in circles, this program will cut through your excuses. And if you're watching this after its release, the link is waiting. Click it. When you step into it, you will also receive a 2-month free entry into my community, where the work is real and only the committed survive. Build your own foundational support system and unleash the most powerful version of yourself. Follow me. And of course, there will be homework at the end. Complete it. Your progress depends on it. This is not a request. This is a condition of participation. To negate the verb van, replace it with the verb nincs, or less commonly nincsen. Similarly, to negate vannak, replace it with nincsenek. It is helpful to think of nincs or nincsenek as a negative verb. The affirmative is itt van egy újság. The negative is itt nincs újság. A gyerekek otthon vannak. A gyerekek nincsenek otthon. Nincs and nincsenek can stand alone as a complete answers to a question. Sharp, final, decisive. Not everything needs an extra word. Van itt mosdó? Nincs. Vannak itt gyerekek? Nincsenek. I know your fragile mind may struggle with this concept. So let's slow down, look at some examples. Perhaps seeing it in action will prevent you from wandering aimlessly in a fog of confusion. Van itt amerikai utas? Nincs. Van ott antropológus? Nincs. Vannak itt magyar újságok? Nincsenek. Vannak ott londoni utasok? Nincsenek. Vannak itt fekete tollak? Nincsenek. Van itt érdekes regény? Nincs. Now, let's turn our attention to word order, a subtle but crucial tool for shaping focus and meaning in Hungarian sentences. When forming sentences with the verb van or vannak, keep 2 rules in mind. First, when you are stating that something or some things exist, the subject may appear either before or after van vannak. Placing the subject first places a slight focus on what exists. Placing van vannak first shifts the focus to the mere existence of the subject, rather than what specifically exists. First sentence. Subject first. Focus on good salespeople. Jó eladók vannak a Walmartban. There are good salespeople at Walmart. Second sentence. Verb first. Focus on existence rather than who they are. Vannak jó eladók a Walmartban. There are good salespeople at Walmart. The difference in Hungarian is subtle. The first emphasizes the good salespeople. The second emphasizes that they exist at all. Rule number 2. When affirming when, where, or how something is, place the adverb immediately before the verb. A diákok otthon vannak. A kulcsok a táskában vannak. A találkozó reggel van. A koncert este van. A tanár türelmesen vár. But do not be mistaken. I am not patiently waiting for you to finally gather the courage to take language learning seriously. I do not reward weakness, and you would do well to stop wasting time as well. Make a decision. Step into the Compass to Growth program and move forward instead of circling in your weakness. Now pay attention. Practice is coming. But do not expect me to hand feed you the answers here. If you want the solutions, you will work for them. You will download the free materials from my website. Yes, free. But still, you must take the step, click, and use them. This is where the weak give up and the disciplined move forward. Choose which one you are. Now, translate the following sentences into Hungarian with the correct word order. Where is the bus stop? The Hungarian university students are on the right. There are many American newspapers here. There are good people and bad people as well. Are the grandparents at home? And one more thing. If you simply sit there and read these sentences without translating them, you are wasting your time. Knowledge doesn't come by staring. It comes by doing. Write them, speak them. If you do not even know what effective learning looks like, click here and watch my other video, where I tear apart the lies about shortcuts and hacks. Watch it and then return. If you ignore it, don't complain when you remain stuck and confused. Now, brace yourself, because Hungarian does not forgive carelessness here. The neutral patterns you just learned are fragile. They can be shattered in an instant by something far stronger, the focus word. This is where your weakness will be exposed if you are not paying attention. The neutral word order described above can be disrupted by what is called a focus word or words. Focus words include negations like nem, nincs, nincsenek, questions, ki, mi, hol, answers to questions, and any stressed or emphasized word. If a sentence contains a focus word, that word must be placed immediately before the verb, kicking out what would normally be there to a position immediately after the verb. In the following sentences, compare the word order of the neutral sentences with the sentence containing a focus element. Neutral is a gyerekek hátul vannak. Focus is ki van elől. The question word ki has taken the position immediately before the verb, displacing the adverb to a position after the verb. The verbs nincs and nincsenek are verbs and negation in one. Thus, any word displaced due to negation will be placed in a position after nincs or nincsenek. Neutral is a számítógép fent van. Focus is a számítógép nincs fent. If a sentence asks the question, is there, are there, and the answer to this question is yes, you may reply van, vannak, or igen. If the answer is no, you must reply nincs, nincsenek. For example, van itt német újság? Igen. Van, nincs. When you form questions with nincs, nincsenek, and the answer is no, you must reply nincs or nincsenek. Nincs itt újság? Nincs. Nincsenek otthon a gyerekek? Nincsenek. However, if the answer is yes, begin your sentence with de instead of igen. Nincs itt újság? De van itt újság. Nincsenek otthon a gyerekek? De otthon vannak. And before you look at me with that blank, hopeless stare, you have seen this before. Think of the German word doch. Yes, even your brain might recall how it overrides a negative question. Hungarian does the same. If you can't grasp this parallel, then maybe you should admit you have wasted your time in every other language class you took. Okay, time to suffer. Translate the sentences. Where are the grandparents? They are not here. There are no French newspapers here. Yes, there are. There is no big classroom here. There are no bad students, but there are bad teachers. The children are not on the right. Now we arrive at the final part of today's lesson. You thought you were done? No, we have only set the stage. Because the verb to be in Hungarian has conjugated forms, and you will face them all. Not today, because your mind would collapse under the weight, but soon, very soon. Today, I will simply reveal the forms, so you can begin to tremble at what awaits you. Singular forms are én vagyok, te vagy, ő van, ön maga van. Plural forms are mi vagyunk, ti vagytok, ők vannak, önök maguk vannak. In the next lesson, we will not only examine these forms, but Force them into action one by one. If that terrifies you, good. Fear is the beginning of discipline. We will also practice negative sentences, using them and niche. We will return to word order, sharpen and grasp common greetings, explore formal and informal addresses, and add a handful of small but essential grammatical refinements. Do not dare to miss it! And now, your homework. Write in the comments which example sentence burned the rule into you the most and why. Do it! Do not disappoint me. This is how you prove your presence, how you show you are more than another silent shadow lurking behind the screen. If you refuse, then you will remain invisible, and I do not waste my gaze on ghosts. And remember, my program, The Compass to Growth, is coming. My rules, your freedom. It is not a dream, not a wish, not empty motivation. It is a system to build habits, to repair the weak structures of your life, and to force progress where you only stalled. Yes, it can support your language learning, but it will go far beyond that. And when you join, you will step into my community. 2 months, free. That is where accountability lives. That is where excuses die. Visit my website for the additional materials. Download them, use them, or admit you are too fragile to even begin. The choice is yours. Rise to meet me, or fade into the shadows.